What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new video. Hope everyone's doing good. I decided to switch up today's topic, and we're gonna go a bit more lighthearted after all of the really serious topics. And I'm just gonna talk about the new Elden Ring game, Elden Ring Nightreign. I bought it a couple days ago, or I didn't buy it. My girlfriend bought it for me. But I've been playing it non-stop since I got it. I'm about 18 hours into the game. I've beaten 2 of the Night Lords, and I just kind of wanted to get my thoughts down about the game. I've been a fan of Souls-likes since like 2021 with Dark Souls 3 and then Elden Ring. So I'm still relatively new to this genre, but I have like 250 something hours in Elden Ring. I've beat it a couple times. I have like a new game plus 4 playthrough. So when I heard about Elden Ring Nightreign, and it was Elden Ring, but my favorite genre ever, roguelikes, I low-key, I pissed myself, okay? Because my favorite video game of all time combined with my favorite genre honestly just sounded like a wet dream to me. So when I finally got my hands on this game, it was amazing, okay? I love it. I love this game to bits, okay? I've seen a lot of discourse online about it, and there's a bunch of criticisms and shit about it. But to me personally, I fucking love this game. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of like really go in depth about my thoughts. First off, this is absolutely not made for solo mode. I tried to jump into it solo mode originally for the first like hour or two. It's not for most people. You know, if you're one of those challenge run people who like level 1 all of Elden Ring, then go ahead, dude, play solo mode. But for me, it's too grueling, it's too punishing, and it's just not my thing. It's not my thing. I'm not saying it's bad by any means, you know, like, if you want a harder experience, play solo, but it's just not my thing. And this is coming from someone who has beaten Elden Ring several times, and the DLC. I'm a liar, I haven't beaten the DLC yet. I'm still on Prime Radon. But, as someone who's dumped a lot of hours in the original Elden Ring, it's a very enjoyable experience aside from the solo mode. I like the Nightfarer classes. I like that brings a different level of build variety and uniqueness to the game that you wouldn't get otherwise. My current favorite class is the Executor. The parrying is fun. I'm not very good with Executor, so I don't play him very often because I don't want to bring my team down. So I usually play Wilder or Guardian. But, all of the classes so far play pretty fun. I do like playing all the classes. I have fun with all the classes. It's an enjoyable experience. And this is coming. I'm gonna move on to the team aspect of it. Coming from someone who has no friends to play this game with, I am like exclusively locked to randoms, and I feel like the level of communication that you can have with your teammates is not nearly enough. This is like my only criticism, really, that I cannot properly communicate with my teammates. I feel like I'm talking to a wall, and I'm stuck just following wherever they're going. Because if I go off on my own, I'll get ganked and die. So it's like I'm stuck with fighting my teammates half the time over where to go. Because especially if you're stuck with people who don't know what they're doing and they don't know how to properly route around the map and how to properly like get higher levels, it's not going to be a fun experience. So, this is definitely a you play it with your friends thing. That's definitely what this experience was tailored for. But nonetheless, it's still fun. I have beaten 2 of the Nightfarers with randoms, and it's not nearly as impossible as I'm making it seem to be. Most of my experiences with teammates are good. It's just that every once in a while you get people who have no idea what they're doing, or they don't pull their weight correctly. And that's like just something I have to warn in advance, because you're just gonna have to come to expect that. As for the difficulty itself, aside from solo mode, honestly, I think it's pretty well balanced for 3 people. When someone disconnects, the game balances to only 2 people. It does that perfectly fine. I'm not going to complain about there not being a duos mode, because I have no friends to play this with, so I'd queue with randoms either way. So it doesn't really affect me, but I understand the annoyance of not having a duo mode. but the overall enemy scaling and the difficulty of the game, I feel like, is the right middle point. The right middle point of difficulty, where it's not too punishing, but it's not a cakewalk. If you have all three of your teammates and you're good at communicating and you stick together, this game will be 100 times easier, okay? You know, this, because it is a team game. That's what it's built for, is team play. So if you're sticking with your team, and you're using your Nightfare correctly, and you're using your abilities correctly, and you play your cards right, this game can actually be pretty easy sometimes. I do have some, like, I feel like sometimes I'm not doing any damage, especially to the Night Lords. I will stack their weakness on my weapons, and I will be max level upgraded with my weapons and be like I'm usually level 12, 13 going into Night Lord bosses, and I feel like I'm doing no damage. I feel like I'm not doing anything. Like, I feel like they're too spongy. They're just that tiny bit too spongy, where the fights are grueling, especially with bosses like Sentient Pest, which I have yet to beat. They move around so much. As someone who is, like, mainly a melee player, the bosses are moving around so much, and I do so little damage, it just becomes annoying, and it's not fun to fight those bosses. You know, and that's my complaint there. There are some other things, like, I feel like sometimes my button inputs just won't be read. I don't know if that's a my internet thing, I don't know if that's the network's issue, but sometimes it just won't read my inputs. Like, I will roll, and I just won't roll. Like, I don't know what the deal is there. But, you know, besides those complaints, this game is amazing. I get what everyone says about the asset flips, it being an asset flip game, on quote. Yeah, there is a lot of Elden Ring assets in this game, but I also feel like there's enough variety that I'm not really too bothered by the reuse of assets. This isn't a fully new mainline Souls game. This is a spin-off game. So I'm not, like, upset that there's, you know, reused assets here. I feel like there's enough new content, and there's enough variety that quote-unquote asset flip argument kind of falls flat. Maybe that's just because of how much I love this series, but, you know, that's what I have to say about it. But that's going to be all from me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I just kind of wanted to get my thoughts out about this game. Maybe I'll talk about Elden Ring more, honestly, because I love this fucking franchise. Elden Ring is my favorite video game of all time, and Nightreign is going to be going up there too, because I love this game. But that's going to be all for me. Again, hope you guys enjoyed. You know, upload Sunday, hopefully, if I can get some video ideas out. But, yeah, talk to you guys next time.